What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into this episode. I want to give a special shout out to one of our day one sponsors, Fabricator 3D printers. They have 3D printers to fulfill any of your production, educational, and hobbyist needs. With their durable frames and precision nozzles, you are guaranteed amazing prints every time. With a full functioning computer built into the printer, you can do all of your designing, slicing, and printing in one place. Dream it, design it, print it. That's Fabricator 3D printers. Check them out at fabricator.com. Thanks, guys.
Get to the chopper! What a world! It's my best predator right there. Alright. We are back with another week of Did You Even See That? Mason, did you even see that?
I can't even breathe right now.
I saw that helicopter, that's what I saw.
Didn't see that predator.
Well, all our viewers, or all our listeners, you are now cleared for landing.
Apparently.
To not stand up immediately. I don't know, fucking plane thing.
On this episode of Have You Even Seen That? We do The Muppets Take New York.
Just the whole episode is just
Muppet sounds, yeah. We don't actually talk, we just act like Muppets.
How pissed? Like, I bet you some person would wait at least 30 minutes until, like, giving
Well,
up.
like, what is this shtick over?
Yeah.
When are they going to actually talk? I'm like, alright, bye.
And for those of you who want to here's our next one.
It's just Muppets, too.
Muppets Treasure Island.
Oh my god.
And then the Patreon episode is actually us talking about puppets, Muppets.
Muppets?
Puppets. There's a movie, actually, Puppet.
Finger puppet.
Fingers.
So after watching Rambo Last Blood, I went and rewatched Rambo First Blood.
Really?
Yeah. I watched the alternate ending, and I like the alternate ending a lot better.
I don't know if I saw the alternate ending.
It's where he kills him. Rambo kills him.
Oh, yeah.
I still expected him to die.
The original script was that he
Kills himself.
Killed himself.
yeah.
And also,
he doesn't
after
survive.
watching Rambo...
But then, I mean, when, you see, how the Rocky movies are doing, then you gotta go, alright, we can cash in and make, 7 Rambos.
What's funny is, after watching Last Blood and then watching First Blood again, oh my god, Rambo kills a lot less people in First Blood than I expected.
He doesn't kill a single person. Oh, except for, the guy at the end. But that's about it.
Because I distinctly...
Which you don't really even see him die. He just, he's, carted off with, 80 bullet holes in his chest.
Yeah, he's not dead, he's fine.
Yeah.
It's like the guy missing the heart. He's not dead.
He literally ripped out his heart and
back at the
squished it.
end.
He's not dead.
Yeah, he comes back as a different character in the second Rambo movie.
Last Blood again.
That's what Last Blood 2 should be, is he runs into the fucking sheriff again.
Last Blood 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Well, welcome everybody. Here we are with the first episode of...
We were recording.
Yes. Dude, I was recording that whole time.
To be fair, that works out really well. It's like a blooper reel.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, or I'm just gonna leave it in. This is gonna be... I'm not gonna do any editing.
Okay.
You're taking the Fernando approach
Yeah.
of editing. Leave it in. Fuck it.
Here we are with the first episode of Did You Even See That? So, my name's Stephen Wright. We're here with...
Castro.
I'm Fernando Santos.
And we are pumped because we saw it.
So what?
Saw what? We saw what?
So what?
Yeah. Here we are with the first episode, and yes, the only way to do this right is to start off with First Blood, in honor of Last Blood, because that movie was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It fucking was good.
Which, if you're tuning in with us this week or this month on Patreon, that will be the movie we were talking about, Last Blood, starring Rambo, and he's not home alone, he's home stallone.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Boom.
Get the fuck out of my
That's
house.
gonna be the name. That's gonna be the title of that episode.
True, after he
Home
kicked out
Stallone.
the woman he was living with.
He didn't kick her out. He was just like, go stay with your sister.
That would have been a funnier movie, as if he just
What
kicked
if,
her
what
out
if
and lived
she
there.
would have died or what if he would have died in Mexico and she was the one that killing everyone this time?
I would still watch the
With her broom.
Oh, God.
You didn't take your shoes off.
Broom and just a plastic-ass sandal.
Oh my god. But yes, we're here on the first episode with First Blood. As Mason adjusts his socks.
Respect the socks.
Yes, you've got to respect the pineapple socks.
They say monkey shoulder.
Monkey Shoulder. Sponsored by Monkey Shoulder.
We wish.
Oh my
Only
god.
you're sponsored. I don't get paid enough.
Wait, you're getting paid for this?
Yeah.
I was getting college credit. What?
Yeah, so we are here on the first episode of Did You Even See That with First Blood. The opening of this movie was classic action movie opening. Just nice, calm, mellow music as Rambo walks down the road by himself for hours. He comes across one of his old army buddy or special forces buddies' family, trying to catch up with him, and he ends up finding out, or we end up finding out that all of his platoon was dead, and this last person was also dead, and due to
Yes, Agent Orange.
yes,
But-
Agent Orange.
I thought they said Asian orange.
Asian
What?
Orange. Well, it could be that too.
Tangerines?
Could be Asian Orange too.
I like how you're saying Agent Orange, and then you have quotation marks that no one can see except for us.
Yeah, Agent Orange, as in
Napalm.
yeah, as in not our president.
No, he's American orange.
Jesus.
Gonna be huge.
This episode is gonna be
Huge.
huge. You're fired.
Anywho,
um,
as we like to do in all of our episodes, we like to get way off topic.
yeah.
So,
Yes, we do.
back to Rambo walking through a town.
Yeah, he starts meandering. I guess maybe trying to find his way back home. He ends up walking through this town where it's one of those classic. It's one of those classic movie towns where just it's big, small, but like everybody knows each other in the town, and the
Hometown
sheriff.
America.
Yeah, the sheriff's like
So what you're telling us, this town's ready for explosions.
No, this
Yeah.
town is just set in their own ways, and when they see some hillbilly, homeless looking guy walking down their street, sheriff gets annoyed and tells him he's got to go. Can't be in my turf.
Well, yeah, so he's walking down the street in this town, and the sheriff, who's very simple-minded and just wants to be a dick.
Simple
Like, his character is, like, the weirdest character, because he sets, like, he's being nice to everybody in town, so it's, like, kind of trying to set him up like that sheriff that's the good guy in the small town that wants to make sure that everybody's safe.
You know,
But
maybe
really,
in the first, like,
he's...
2 or 3 scenes, you could believe that he's, like, the nice guy.
And then, like, even with some of Rambo's actions, they try and, like, make it seem like this guy's, like, the sheriff's gonna be the good guy. But he's just not. He started and caused all this for nothing. Originally, like, one of the facts that I saw about the movie was that, like, in the book, it was, like, portrayed that, like, there wasn't this just weird hatred towards Rambo. He just didn't like him because the sheriff didn't get recognition when he returned from war, and Rambo somehow does or something. But I mean, the Vietnam War, they didn't really get good recognition.
As a war, no.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically tries to kick Rambo out of town, wants to escort him. Rambo's just trying to look for food, and like he's been walking as far, like since we've seen him, he's been walking for hours just trying to look for food, and he has money to pay for the food.
Yeah, but he looks like a bum.
He has long hair and fatigues on.
Yeah,
that's it. Like,
yeah.
well, he has the
you
classic.
See all the people that stay on the street,
yeah,
wearing fatigues.
Well, I mean, it's a small hick town. They're not wearing fucking suits.
I don't know what you're
Like,
talking about. I don't see anyone wearing fatigues.
Oh my god! But he has the classic Rambo / 80s Stallone hair, where it's like a weird, stylish mullet in that time, but it's still a mullet.
He looks like Joan Jett.
Yeah.
He looks like he's gonna pull up for soccer mom practice.
Yeah.
But anyways, Rambo has money to pay for it. Basically, the sheriff just takes him to the outskirts of town.
Like, get out.
Drops him off and tells him, "Oh, there's food like 30 miles that way in the opposite direction." And then goes to pull away, and Rambo like looks over his shoulder like menacingly and just like walks back into town.
I'm pretty sure I would have did the same thing because, walking for as long as Stallone did, yeah, definitely would have, if I'm that hangry, I'm walking back, I'm getting food. Like, I don't give a shit.
That's what the movie should have been called. Rambo's Hangry.
Yeah.
First Blood, Rambo's Hangry. Anyways, he starts walking back into town.
I like it.
And, like,
Literally
literally...
change the title.
First Blood 2, where's my fries?
Where's my fries? Yeah, so literally Rambo's walking back into town and the cop or the sheriff turns around and like arrests him for no reason. And then like as he's like patting him down, he like pulls out like Rambo's humongous Bowie knife and then he's just like, "What do you hunt with one of these things?" It's like,
I wonder where he hit
piss
it.
me off and I'll show you.
I wonder where he hit it because like you think
it's Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
He's got it
I feel like you'd still
across his back, and he just like, "No, this is a knife."
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, I mean, granted, the sheriff did tell him to leave the town, and then what's he do? He came back.
Yeah, but
Sheriff's just doing his job.
Yeah, at that point, Sheriff is
he's
like...
just trying to cause shit. Is what he's trying.
Well, he already caused shit because he told like the guy that looked homeless that he couldn't have.
Oh yeah, because he needed to. You need to cut your hair.
Yeah.
You look like a bum.
Yeah, I mean,
You wouldn't be hassled so much if you didn't have such long, Nancy hair. I don't know why I'm trying to talk like Sam Elliott, but
I don't know.
anyways,
See how long he keeps doing it.
Yeah, we do impressions.
basically they take him into the police station, which is like somehow like this high-tech computerized police station in Hick, USA or whatever, and they take him in and they're fingerprinting him. He's like resisting getting fingerprinted. Hasn't said a word, and like this cop comes over and he's like, "I'm gonna split your skull." Like he just starts threatening Rambo for like
Nothing.
not getting his fingerprints done. Like he threatens him violently with not getting his fingerprints done. And then they like take him to get like showered like an elephant. And
I mean, that's how they used to do it.
yeah, it is. It's just like they take off like his fatigues and like he's just got like scars all over his back. You can kind of tell that like he's been tortured while he was at war. And they like start spraying him with the hose. Then they're like, which he's getting like mini like Vietnam flashbacks. And then they go to like cut his hair, and like that's endgame. That sets him off. Rambo freaks out. Just
To be
Just
fair,
ki-
in
just
Rambo's defense, it's a knife or scissors really close to his neck.
yeah, but yeah, it's completely justified at this point in my book. Like he elbows a guy in the nose, kicks a dude in the crotch, grabs his gear somehow. Somehow he finds his Bowie knife and all his fatigues or whatever.
Well, did you know they just had everything piled like real nicely outside the door for him?
Yeah, they didn't lock up his Bowie knife
No.
when they brought him in.
No, they're like, all right, just put that right there, and we're going to shower you.
Here's a little note. Maybe
Yeah.
God.
As a poster falls on Steven.
Good job, Steven. Proud of you.
I mean, it's not his fault.
I know.
The
Why
wind
is that
blew
there
it.
anyway?
There's no wind. The window's
wind.
closed.
Why do you even have that right
Is it?
at the
'Cause I can
window?
feel
Because it
cool
blocks out the
breeze.
sunlight, and I don't like the sun.
As the poster just creepily falls down.
Alright, anywho.
Yeah. Apparently the ghost of that freaking sheriff didn't like what I was saying.
Yeah, you make a fool with that stupid accent.
So they hose him down.
Yeah, they're hosing him down.
Kicks nuts, breaks some noses, and gets
Which
off
he
with all his
actually
shit.
broke like the actor's nose by accident.
Good job, Stallone.
But he got so into the Vietnam flashback he forgot he was acting in the movie. He was really
really
a
take on the
method
role.
actor. Yeah.
You gotta take on the role.
He very Daniel Day-Lewis it.
But anyways, so he escapes from the police station, which apparently they just don't lock the doors at all. He runs out into the road and sees like this guy on like a motorcycle, and he sees this guy on the motorcycle, and he like football tackles him to the ground and takes the motorcycle, takes off, going like freaking 90 on these back roads, and somehow the cops catch up to him. He's like, he almost like causes or like slides and like hits like another car or like a tree or something, and then goes on some back roads, which these old like Lincoln town car, whatever they were, these old ass 80 police cars are like following him on like up a mountain and like on like dirt bike trails to catch Rambo. And like they actually cause an accident in the movie, and like the one guy slides down the hill with the car or whatever.
See, I kind of wish I had like a tracker at this point while watching this movie. Like, how much like damage that Rambo caused, damage that the shitty police did. It just started like doing a running tally of how much money was being like.
I thought you were gonna say like I want to start tracking like how much damage is supposed to be done in the movie and how much damage is accidentally being happened in this movie.
Yeah, like how
Guy
much
breaks his nose, car slides down a hill when it's not supposed to. Rambo almost dies in a motorbike accident, you know.
How
They didn't
much-
give him a helmet or anything because
like,
he
how
has to
much
look
was
cool.
This, how much of this was
you know?
intentional? How much was this unintentional? And it just
Well, what do they care about safety?
Yeah.
it was the 80s, so yeah.
True.
And he had all the hair to cushion.
Yeah.
That's why you
Mick
don't
was
want-
over in the corner like, come on, Rocky.
Wrong movie.
What are we waiting for?
Wrong movie.
Anyways, he makes it out into the woods. They like decide that they want to continue and follow Rambo, chase after him. Yeah, so he makes it into the woods. Cops are chasing him. They somehow get this guy to chase, or this guy and his tracking dogs that aren't a part of the police station at all to
Small
come
town.
out there.
Everyone helps out. Everyone.
Oh
Yeah,
my-
but within like minutes. Like all this stuff is happening like super fast. He gets out there. They're chasing after him. Rambo somehow like starts to set up like some traps to like trap them or whatever. There's somehow a helicopter coming in and it finds them. And Rambo's being chased by dogs. He jumps off of a freaking cliff. Freaking like squirrel dives into a tree. Catches the tree. Hanging on the tree, the one guy that's like one of the dick police officers, he's like worse than the sheriff, and he just starts taking shots at Rambo when he's ordered not to. So he's taking shots from the helicopter, or the helicopter pilot's just like, we're not supposed to shoot at him. We're just supposed to corner him and track him or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you if you don't give me a shot. And it's like, this dude's like threatened everybody in the movie and should be fired at this point. Like, he tortured Rambo, started taking shots at him, threatened like this helicopter pilot that's not a part of the police station.
To be fair, like this whole entire scenario, like if the police is like this, what's the town like?
Yeah,
Like what led to the police to be this way?
I have no idea. Like, it's just, they're just
Dicks.
yeah, they're all dicks. Like every single one of them except for the young kid, they were just dicks. Like they just wanted to kill Rambo. Like, even the sheriff at one point says, I wanted to kill him so bad.
Yeah. Some people are like that. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, anyway, so this guy's taking shots at Rambo, missing all of them. Rambo picks up a rock, throws it at the helicopter, and then the helicopter, like, the guy that was shooting at him just falls out of the fucking helicopter. Dies.
But that pilot was happy.
Oh, yeah, the pilot was probably fucking thrilled.
That's why I did. Oops.
Oh, no.
Oops.
Oh, just in the pilot's mind, oh, that rock's gonna miss. Unless I do this.
There wasn't even a crack in the windshield. It's just like a smudge. He's like, oh my god!
Oh, God! Get out.
Turbulence! All of a sudden, there's a freaking hurricane.
He
We're in the
knew he
middle
wasn't
of
wearing a
Montana!
seatbelt.
Hurricane!
He knew he wasn't
He's like,
wearing a seatbelt. He didn't give a shit.
You want a safety? Oh, gee, sorry. Should have offered it
Hey,
sooner.
hang on back there. Whoops.
Do a barrel roll.
Oh my god, I think he's got a rocket launcher. I have to swim.
Dive! Dive!
Wait, he's got a missile!
He was the pilot had the Vietnam flashback too. He's just like Rock. He's just like, oh my god,
Oh god, they're back!
oh my god. But anyways, yeah. So the worst cop out of all of them dies. Best thing to happen. So I guess inadvertently Rambo killed somebody in this movie.
Collateral damage. He got an assist on that.
Yeah, got assist points.
So his KD right now is 110.
Yeah, 0.5.
Yeah, 0.5.
Yeah, so the guy's dead on the rocks. Rambo walks out to his body, picks up the rifle, and basically says, like, it wasn't my fault. Like, I didn't start this. And, like, the cops just don't give a shit. Like, not even I don't even think you hear the helicopter pilot be like, oh, Rambo threw a rock and the guy fell. Like, they all just are like, Rambo fucking killed him. Like, Rambo, like,
To be fair,
straight up somehow teleported and pushed the guy out of the helicopter.
To be fair, as a helicopter pilot, you could probably get away with that alibi.
Yeah, like, he probably lied.
But yeah, Rambo threw
away
a rock and it hit him square in the face and he fell out.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He probably lied. It probably would have saved him a night in jail or whatever. But anyways,
The pilot don't give a shit.
yeah, the pilot leaves at this point. They're
Good
tracking
for him.
Rambo again. This is where Rambo actually sets up the traps and stuff.
And becomes Rambo.
And becomes, Rambo in the woods. Not home Stallone in this one. And he sets up like these various booby traps that are just maiming all of them. Like, the amount of like orthopedic surgery that these people are going to need is just ridiculous. Like, they're getting kneecapped by like branches. The one dude gets like stabbed in the arm and the one dude gets like hit by a log or something. I don't
To be fair,
Yeah.
compare what the future Rambo movies do. This is pretty
Yeah,
good.
to be fair, Rambo went from that to like over killing people.
Yeah, like
No. That was not overkill at all. Justified.
Justified, yeah.
Justifiable killing. But we know one thing. In Last Blood, he's definitely living in that town from First Blood because no one's fucking with him.
Oh my god.
That's what he is.
No one shows up. He's just alone.
He should have
Same town.
He should have went back and become the sheriff of that town. They need
Anyone that looked, he probably was the sheriff. Maybe that's why.
I'm telling you, that would be the smart idea for Last Blood 2, is bring back the sheriff
Maybe
and then
it's
have them face each other.
canonical that where his farm is in the second one is just the town, and he just clear cut it and made it a farm. He just the whole town.
Oh my god! I was
That
thinking
would
that.
be funny.
He straight up destroyed the town, built his little ranch house on it, and then tunnels. How the town used to be.
It all makes sense.
Where was the town? I forget where was the town at. Like, originally.
I think it was just non-disclosed.
No, like
I don't know, but he definitely lives where that town used to be.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
Oh, it's Hope, Washington. Like, the location was Hope, Washington, shot in British Columbia or something like that.
Hey, I'm
Or
pretty
something
sure
like
that
that.
his
But-
ranch house was called Hope, Washington.
Yeah, no, it was in Texas.
In my
Unfortunately.
In my brain, it's canonical.
It definitely was, because obviously he drove to Mexico and back in like one night.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 5 nights.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
More info to
Oh,
come.
my God. He drove back like 3 times.
Spoiler.
Like, the amount of gas Rambo spent on that whole mission was like...
This dude got tons.
You know, that's unbelievable, because I did not see him fill up his tank.
Well, like, the one time he went back to kill that,
Well,
quote-unquote, he went back to kill, like, one guy, and then told that girl to basically tell, like, the entire gang to, like, come after him. When he could have probably just phoned them, had them all come, and then he could have just killed them.
Yeah, but it's
like,
a lot less intimidating.
Ring, ring. Hey, it's Rambo. Like, fucking come and get me.
To be fair, it's a lot less intimidating with a phone call.
Then a headless corpse. Yeah, I guess.
His way was way better.
Yeah. Anyways, back to First
First
Blood.
Blood.
A little teaser for the Patreon this month. But yeah. So he set up all these traps. He saves the sheriff for last, which he's like hiding in a fucking tree.
His favorite thing to do.
he's like hiding in a tree, and he like pops out, and he's like, I could have killed y'all. I could have slaughtered you. And like basically he's like, you don't want a war with me. And like, it's like, no, I don't. You like, but like somehow this sheriff leaves that altercation. Rambo leaves him alive. All his men are injured, and Rambo even admitted, I just wanted to injure them.
Incapacitated, yeah.
Yeah, he injures them without even being near half of them. And then this guy's like, all right, calling the National Guard.
The National Guard's not gonna do shit.
Which
you don't want to.
Apparently they did, because they were working in the town. They were there, so yeah.
Like we said before, you know, sometimes small towns have those National Guard units.
I was born in a small town. Living in a lonely world.
2 different songs, and I really hate you right now.
Be your head. Me?
Yeah.
You. That's respectable. I work in music.
Okay.
I'll just edit Journey out.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Please remove this part.
But anyways, they like go back to like they set up some sort of like full base, like a medical
they
like
needed
station.
A base camp. They were so far away from town.
Yeah, but like,
or maybe the sheriff's like, "You're not allowed in my town."
I don't even know where they set it up, because like there isn't like, it's like woods and then like town. Yeah, I have no idea, but the sheriff's like getting like patched up there, and we kind of meet the colonel that's in charge of Rambo, Colonel Troutman, which he's like, his whole goal is to just get Rambo out of there, because, and this is where we find out, like they sent like some sort of information away to get some background about Rambo, and we find out that like Rambo was like a Medal of Honor recipient, and like this huge decorated hero, and like the cop, all he says after that is just, so I want to kill him. Like, wow. That's it. Like, the dude, like, basically, this is what has transpired so far, is Rambo
wants some food.
Yeah, wants some food. Vietnam Medal of Honor recipient. And this guy, like, goes, no, you don't get food. Let's torture you instead. Then when you fight back and just try and flee and, like, de-escalate the situation, we start shooting at you, then blame you for the guy that fell out of that helicopter. Then we're gonna hunt you down. Then you're gonna give me a chance to survive, and then I'm still gonna send in the National Guard to try and kill you. Like...
And once I get information of how decorated you are, I still want to murder you.
Yeah, like... yeah, so basically they call in the National Guard, which all of them just work in the town. Apparently there's a local Apparently Rambo stumbled on, like, the worst town.
Hairdresser.
Because, like, the one guy works at the store, but, like, they have, like, a National Guard in the town.
Stationed.
Yeah, stationed in the town. But he's, like, he's just got more time to prepare in the woods. They're, like, tracking him. He's, like, shooting back at them. He's shooting back at the National Guard. They're basically told to, like, not advance, not go after him, not kill him. They're, like, weekend warriors that are like, yeah, let's see some shit and have some fun. So they're, like, bringing everything. Like, they brought, like, freaking M60s and, like,
so we're talking
rocket launchers. And, like, for one dude, like... Like, I don't want to be the guy that had to fill out the expense report
Oh
for,
my
like,
God.
this mission.
Oh my god, the accountant back at base is gonna be so confused, like, why?
Even
Like,
the
alright,
police,
let's
because
see.
then they're going to build
We're
the
on a
police,
manhunt
like,
for one guy. What do we need? 5 tanks, a
Big
couple
hat.
RPGs.
An F-60, just throw out a rocket launcher. Why?
well, the funniest thing is, like, later on, there's that truck that is completely empty except for one MG42. That's it. It's just got one MG42 in it, and then, like, nothing else. And, yeah.
It's a very special MG42.
It's just sitting in the middle of the back where they could have carried troops down or, like, something.
They could put someone in the back there.
Yeah.
You know,
Then again, Rambo would have had to throw them out of the back, too. But
He would have.
anyways,
just
yeah, so
scare the shit
they're
out.
after Rambo.
unless the
they're
driver
trying
was
to-
in on it, like the helicopter pilot was.
Oh,
Maybe.
my God. Yeah. They're trying to, like, go after Rambo. And they're trying to kill him. The other guy's trying to bring him in. You see Rambo goes into this mine, and they all follow him up there. And this made me laugh because literally they're shooting at Rambo while he's at the edge of this mine, and he has a gun. He aims back. They're all in a line along this one field, and literally he just sprays one shot and misses all their heads by, like, he wasn't trying to hit them, but, like, he hit the log in front of them. All of them comedically duck. And, like, the one guy, the one, like, fat guy's like, all right, who's gonna go in there? Like, it's like, the one guy's like, all right, like, I guess the sergeant's like, all right, you go in there. He's like, I'm not going in there. Like, you just almost fucking killed all of us. So then they're like, all right, bring up the rocket launcher. All while the sheriff, the only time in the movie where the sheriff's like, don't kill Rambo. He's like, yeah, don't kill Rambo. Wait for us to get there. They fucking bring up the rocket launcher.
Blow up the mine.
Rocket goes in. Rambo freaking jumps into the mine. Mine collapses. All while the freaking sheriff, like, pops up. And, like, yeah. He's just like, what the fuck? You guys are supposed to wait for me. And, the guy's like, sorry. He's like, well, you're gonna have to clean up. He's like, oh, but I'm due back at the grocery store by 6. So, like, the sergeant was, like, working at, like, the cash register at the grocery store. And he's like, let's use the rocket launcher
No wonder
today.
he's so pissed.
Yeah.
Bagging groceries all the time.
God damn it, I just want to go back to bagging fruit.
Too much time bagging veggies and bagging bodies.
I was the deli specialist. All I had to do was slice pastrami today.
This is not the meat I expected to cut!
God. After they blow up the mine, they go back to Troutman basically saying, yeah, Rambo's dead. And he's like, did you find a body? And they're like, not yet.
He's not
like,
dead.
He's not dead. And he just, like, goes to the bar or whatever. Rambo's, like, stuck in the mine. He pulls out his swifty-difty Bowie Swiss Army knife that just has matches and, like, fucking, like, medical bomb on it or some shit. And, like, compass in it. Like, it's just, like, literally Rambo's just, like, has, like, a whole backpack's worth of stuff just in the end of his knife or whatever.
It's just a very, very big Swiss Army knife. That's all it is. But it's a Bowie.
Yeah.
It's exactly what he needed.
Yeah.
Ironic.
It is. Well, he lights a torch anyways, starts traveling through the mine. And, stumbles across, like, all these rats. And, like, he somehow, like, the rats aren't even, like, bothering him. Like, one or two are crawling on him, but, like, they haven't seen anybody crawling through this fucking mine. So, like, and, like, he just starts screaming and smashing, like, rats into rocks or whatever. Like,
it's probably,
and, like, the acting there is just Oscar worthy. Like, he's just, like, a caveman on the rock or whatever.
It's
like,
He doesn't want to deal with rats, man.
It's probably some sort of, like, PTSD thing from Vietnam.
be like,
What?
well, probably.
They
like,
probably use rat torture.
Well, maybe not rat torture, but, like, when they kept him in, like, some sort of, like, jail or whatever, there's probably rats there trying to eat him. But, like,
so he makes his way through the mine.
Indiana Jones had his problem with snakes.
Not this again.
And Rambo had his problems with rats.
And Batman has problem with bats.
No, he doesn't. He loves bats.
And Superman is afraid of rocks.
Superman's afraid of his girlfriend. That's what he's afraid of. But
Rambo.
back to Rambo. He finally finds a way out of the mine. He sees a truck coming.
Asking what's in the truck.
Which
He
apparently,
needs to know.
apparently this truck carries one M60. And he jumps onto the back of it, or jumps onto the top of it, and crawls in, and the one guy's like, don't hurt me, or whatever. Rambo he's just like, get out. Just like tosses him out of the car. The guy like rolls, and then there's like a police car right behind this truck that like stops. Rambo like speeds into town, pulls out like bullets that just somehow didn't fly out of the back. And funny thing is when he's driving down the hill, the back is completely clear. Like, there's nothing in the back.
Mhm.
And then somehow, like, there's an MG-42.
Well, yeah, they're not going to drive around with the MG-42 for the movie.
If it falls out of the back, that'll be
Yeah,
funny.
exactly.
But,
So it's useless.
yeah. Some little kid picks it up. Ooh.
What's this?
Ba, 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 ba. I'm Rambo.
Rambo.
How Rambo dies. The kid picks up the gun and just kills him.
And just Stallone's voice comes out of his mouth.
My God. But, yeah. So Rambo pulls into town. All while this is happening, Troutman and the sheriff are at the bar. Basically, the sheriff's like, sorry we killed your boy. And he's like, he's not dead. You didn't find a body. Troutman's just like, I really wanted to kill him. Just going on and on about how he really wants to kill Rambo. To Rambo's basically friend / boss. And like, yeah, the guy's just sitting there like, yeah. He's like, oh, I think I could have taken Rambo or whatever. Troutman's just like rolling his eyes.
Okay.
But, yeah. Someone's been drinking too much. Of course, as this is happening, you get like the sheriff gets like a call from the people that were up on the mountain that Rambo stole the truck from, and find out that Rambo's alive.
Shocker.
So he runs to the police station and sets up shop on the roof with like a rifle of some sort, and is like looking for Rambo. And of course, like Rambo like rolls into town with the gun, and he's being like very like stealthy. The dude on the roof that's supposed to be like surprising Rambo or whatever is just like standing up on the roof, like looking over the sides, just not hiding at all. And Rambo sees him, obviously, starts shooting at some Transformers to knock out the power. They weren't Decepticons, but then just shoots up a store to set off the alarm, and then shoots the Transformer above the store to shut off the alarm immediately. The lights go out around the town, around the police station. Police station's evacuated, and Rambo and the sheriff have their duel. And
You should have just booby-trapped the fucking police station.
Rambo,
Just a giant log come out the door and just kill them.
like, where the hell did this come from?
I'm over.
Oh my God.
Stupid
Well, that was the
stones.
thing. That was the other. Yeah, like that was the other thing. Is like when Rambo got taken into the police station originally. Like you see this cabinet of just like all these guns that are just not necessary. They don't use like half of those guns, and it's like he could have like had like one or two of his deputies stay there.
Don't need
with
guns
the
when you
or
have
whatever.
God's hands.
Oh my God.
You don't need guns when you have these guns.
Oh my God. These
Yeah, no one saw that.
These
I know.
24-inch pythons. Hulk Hogan, yeah, in Rambo, Hulk Hogan comes out of nowhere, puts him in a headlock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Rambo walks inside the police station and sees that Troutman's up there. Just starts shooting up there. Basically, Troutman falls in, and Troutman's shot up. Troutman's hurt. Not Troutman, the sheriff. Sees the sheriff up top, shoots the sheriff. Sheriff falls through, and Troutman comes in to talk to Rambo and kind of calm him down. Because now, all of a sudden, these police officers have surrounded the police station. I don't know, like they like all of a sudden came out of nowhere when they had the National Guard
They
there
were
or
at
something.
home.
But yeah,
The National Guard came in. They all got sent home.
Yeah. They're like, all right, now we gotta go back to work.
Back to bag of groceries.
yeah. So they're waiting outside for Rambo, or it might have still been the National Guard, but they're waiting outside for Rambo. He like grabs like. He just grabs like an assault rifle and is like gonna like head out there, and like Troutman stops him and is like talking to him and like trying to talk him down, and like Rambo's like sick and tired. He's like calling him maggots and shit, and he's like, "Oh, come on, all these maggots screaming at me, yelling at me, calling me baby killer." It's like he just goes off on this like really weird tangent where he's like talking about his friends and like how they're all dead, which is like an emotional moment, but like Troutman's just like standing there awkwardly not saying anything, and like Rambo's like breaking down crying and stuff, and he's like, they were my friends. They were my friends. Which is just like it's totally justified, and like he just found out about his other friend too, but it's just so like the way it's not comedic that Rambo's like breaking down. It's comedic how Troutman's reacting. Like he's like looking like the sock monkey meme where he's just like looking out of the corner of his eye. Like yeah, shit? Like come on, dude, you're Rambo. Like, Rambo up. You gotta get ready for Rambo 2, Second Blood. Rambo First Blood Part 2. Stupid name. Rambo Garbage Man.
And then eventually in the future Rambo Last Blood.
Yeah. But then he's breaking down. Troutman finally tries stopping him and says, "It's over, Rambo." And he's like, "Nothing is over." He just screams at the top of his lungs, "Nothing is over." And he finally breaks down, gives his gun to Troutman, and they start walking out together. Somehow the sheriff gets like carted out on a stretcher, and he's okay somehow from all of this that happened. Or on death's door, I don't know. Like, they don't seem to rush him out of there like he's still alive, but they like bring him out without like the sheet over his head. So they like leave it up to speculation. In the book, or in the there's a version of the script where, or something that I saw that he actually is dead, but it's like an off-screen death of some sort. And yeah, so it's basically Rambo gets carted off, goes to jail, where we pick up with Rambo 2, and Rambo 3, and then Rambo, the cool 2006 one where he's still sporting the mullet, and then Rambo Last Blood where he doesn't have a mullet anymore.
To be fair, I like that Rambo.
Last Blood was amazing.
Last Blood was amazing. I still say the best scene ever in a Rambo movie is the 2006 one or whatever, Rambo 4.
Oh no!
In that movie is like the missionary people and the mercenaries are like all lined up about to be killed by like Kim Jong, don't know his name, and there's like a truck with a 50 cal on the top of like this mountain, and like a sniper's off in the distance, and like the sniper is like talking to this one missionary, and she's just like, "What do we do? They're all gonna get murdered." And Rambo just like pops up behind him, cuts the dude in half, takes the 50 cal and just starts blasting him. Like the funny part about that is like there's no way that Rambo knew he wasn't gonna hit any of the innocent people. No, he was just trying to kill as
many people as he could.
To be fair, in that movie, he kind of had this weird like love interest thing with the one missionary lady, but she had a husband, and he was the one down there. So I'm partially thinking Rambo's trying to just like, hey, maybe we can. He's like winking at her.
Don't worry,
this is our chance. I'll get. He's running away. I got him. But yeah, that
maybe he just saw rats.
That's what he was shooting at. He wasn't shooting at the bad guys. He's like, ah!
But that was...
I don't have a rock!
That was Rambo First Blood.
Yeah, that was Rambo First Blood. And...
That was Rambo First Blood.
That was Rambo First Blood.
That was Rambo First Blood.
Rambo First Blood, how it should have ended is
He should've just
him and the
nuked
sheriff
town.
should have got waffles together.
Fuck off.
No,
Should've
as
bought
he
his
shot
meal.
the sheriff, he should have just said breakfast is served.
Oh.
Oh my god.
The sweet taste of
Who's the
revenge.
vagrant now? Bitch.
Okay, but yeah, that was Rambo. First Blood.
He's just like, he shoots him, he's like, so where was that town 30 miles away again? Because this one shot the shit.
Hungry now?
Because this one just got Ramboed. I just Ramboned this town. I'm gonna pave over it to make my home for Last Blood. Oh my god. But yeah. No, I really like this movie. It's always like, I've probably seen it like 8 times. The second and third one just get like weird and confusing, where like they're like fun to watch but like also annoying because it just doesn't make sense. Like for some reason, like all of us, like they wanted to stick with a consistent bad guy, and so it Rambo goes back to Vietnam in the second and third one.
That's because he goes back and wins Vietnam.
But like in
Yeah.
like the third one or second one, there's like Russians working with the Vietnamese or whatever, and like it gets confusing. Where I lie, that has to be the best Rambo scene. Is he tells everybody in the helicopter to pretend like they're asleep, while the other helicopter comes around to like check on them and possibly kill them if they're not dead or asleep. And then Rambo pops up and fires a rocket launcher at him.
Surprise, bitch!
Oh my god. This is stupid as like... it's the best, as in funniest moment in Rambo. That or his final love interest in like Rambo 2, where he finally like tells her he's gonna take her to America and they're gonna be in love, and then she dies like a minute later.
Makes sense.
But yeah,
You'll live with me forever.
that was First Blood. It's like I said, it's a classic. It's a good one. Figured it would be a nice one to start this whole series on. Plus, with Last Blood coming out, we figured it would be a good way to do that and do Last Blood for Patreon. Which go check us out on Patreon, because we're gonna have some really fun episodes. We're gonna probably do
Every episode is gonna be
well,
fun.
every episode's gonna be fun, but
Whether
the next bonus episode will probably be Terminator Dark Fate.
Oh
which is
god,
so
I'm now
good.
I
seeing
can't
commercials for that.
I'm
It looks so
pumped.
good.
Sarah Connor. Oh god.
Still hot.
A little bit, yeah.
I was just about to say I don't think she aged well, but
What?
hey, whatever. When
I
you're
think
hunting
she-
Terminators,
Oh
you just
my
don't
God.
look pretty.
Yeah, actually, around the cheeks, like
Yeah.
that part didn't age well, but like the haircut works
She's
better
one
than her
Terminator
like,
away from looking
80s
like
haircut.
Skeletor.
She had the same haircut Rambo had.
Full circle.
She was Rambo was Linda Hamilton.
Oh God,
We'll see you in the next one, my god.
Yeah,
we won't see shit. We'll
You'll-
hear you in the next one.
You'll hear us in the next
you'll
one.
hear us in the next one. So if you are interested in finding out what next week's episode will be, check out this clip.
Bones had been outward. Like he exploded from inside.
And let us know, did you even see that?